Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's LeVert in at the 3. And for San Francisco, they've got Jose Alvarado, and it's LaRavia in at the power forward position. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
George with a fantastic look. Excellent job creating an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell. LeVert outside. Mobley passes to Mitchell. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ellis. Mitchell grabs a miss. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fires the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, you know Mitchell wants to get to the rim. You play it that way, then he pulls the string on you.
Alvarado outside. Pass to Ellis. It's George on the wing. He's checked by LeVert. Just 3 to shoot. Now George. The layup off target. LeVert with the ball. Guarded now by George. Outside for Mitchell. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Garland. Mobley on a screen. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Allen can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Ellis. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. George for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with the head coach for San Francisco. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, VA.
Allie, thank you. Now here's George. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick-and-roll situation because he makes quick decisions, and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Allen can't get it to go.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Alvarado, pass to George. Pass to Chamberlain. Shoots over Allen. Nails the 16-footer.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at San Antonio, they pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
Seeing where San Francisco is, they continue to look incredibly dangerous. The cohesion and teamwork they show on a nightly basis has a lot to do with that.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Now here's Alvarado. Still no points. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Chamberlain. The rebound by Allen. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's a three-point game. Oh, he tries a three. Allen can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Ellis. And that one good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Cavaliers trail by 5. Alvarado with a steal. Here's the break. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Now here's Garland, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Mobley finds Mitchell. Mobley on a screen. That three's off the mark. San Francisco leading by 7. Here's George. He can't get it to go. On the wing, Mitchell. Deflected.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
Now here's Alvarado. He's scoreless. They double him with Mobley. 6 to shoot. Here's Chamberlain. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Guys, one thing that's triggered this run, their proficiency inside the three-point line.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Changes here for San Francisco. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for George. Caldwell Pope comes in for Ellis. And it's Ball in for Alvarado. Strus, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Mobley. In his last outing, 16 points for him.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Here's Chamberlain. Allen defending. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Garland against Ball. Mobley, a screen on Ball. That's tipped. Thompson outside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Ball outside. Pass to Chamberlain. 3D that time from Allen.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Ball. Banked it in off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 13.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And we're going to cut away now to Shams Charania on the line, who's got a story out of Dallas. Shams, what's the news on the Mavs?
Hey, Brian. They've acquired one of the more mobile and athletic centers in the league. Clint Capella knows his role. Defend, run the floor, finish and rebound at a high level. He might never be a star in this league, but he can star in his role, and that certainly has quite a bit of value.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us informed. Much appreciated, as always. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Allen with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Back to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Allen, the pass to Mobley. To snap the cold streak. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
And a nice find by Mobley, keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Now here's Ball. To the inside. Chamberlain gets the bucket. Chamberlain's got 10 points.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Outside Mitchell. Back to Garland. Here's Allen. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
And you pay so much attention to Garland, and that allows teammates to get involved.
Ball against Garland. Ball passes to Thompson. Drills it from deep.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now here's Mitchell. He had 25 points in his last game. Basket counts.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Mitchell against Caldwell Pope. And here's Strus outside. Rebound San Francisco. Chamberlain's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 15 in his last outing. The three from Thompson. And again, San Francisco with a triple.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Strus. Mobley outside. Allen with it. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. Allen's got 5.
Yes, that's a 5. Welcome to the new NBA where 6'11 centers like Allen have range, major range.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie.
Whoa, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Now here's Ball. Thompson outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Chamberlain. And it's good. 2 points. 12 points for him.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Inside. Oh, misses the dunk. San Francisco leading by 17. 29 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Chamberlain. Allen defending. Ball outside. Pass to Chamberlain. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. And here's Mobley. There's the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's San Francisco up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Early on, you know, we've seen them throwing their weight around in the low post, scoring a lot of points with physical, forceful play.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
We've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Mobo in at the 4.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Mobley out there with George Niang. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Okoro in at the 2. Here's Chamberlain coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Some consider these the dog days of the regular season, Clark. You think that's fair?
I think that's accurate. I mean, they certainly can feel that way. I mean, the key is to try to not let it get to you, embrace the joy of the game, being with your teammates, competing. You've really got to make it a mental kind of game when you get to those periods when the dog days are upon you.
And he makes the first.
Hey, we all know this. It's no secret. I mean, one of the areas of Wilt's game that's below average is free throw shooting.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Strus the pass to Jerome. Mobley on a screen. Here's Jerome. 17 points in his last outing. Off target from outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. George outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Kolek. George for 3, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over, and the Cavaliers making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Mobley with it. No points yet. Pass to Strus. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. San Francisco leading by 18. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Pass to George. 5 on the clock. Back to Caldwell-Pope. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. The field for the three-point contest is just about set. And no matter what the final list looks like, it's going to be an incredible competition.
It just always is. The winner gets to stake claim as best shooter in the world. And that's a title lots of guys in this league really want.
Well, you look at George. He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And the hype around this year's three-point contest has been tremendous, and it's only increasing as All-Star Weekend gets closer.
Yeah, looking at the list now, I think any of these guys could win it. Speaking just as a fan, I can't wait to see what happens. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's George. He's got 5. That one goes. Count it.
Tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll. Actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. San Francisco making their last shot. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by LeVert. All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. The Warriors, number 1.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
Darius Garland, he's checked in for Cleveland. There's a screen. Here's George. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Niang. Cleveland again missing. San Francisco leading by 20. Down low. Jumps up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Proving right there he's a team player who wants to get his guys involved. I like seeing George make those.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. San Francisco making a switch here. Adams is checked in. For Cleveland, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. LeVert passes to Mobley. Yep, that one goes. Mobley's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
Here's Kolek. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's the 3. Cavaliers with a rebound. Last time they met was in Cleveland.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
You talk about a catch radius. I don't think you could miss Mobley with that pass if you tried.
And Kolek gets it to go.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And Mobley gets it to go.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Kolek. LeVert goes against George. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be.
Jerome passes to LeVert. LeVert, a screen on Adams. Outside to LeVert. No good with the elbow jumper. San Francisco leading by 18. Here's Kolek. And the shot goes.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Garland for 3. He drops it from range. Garland's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it. Supremely confident in his abilities.
Adams with a screen on Garland. Here's Kolek. Here's Adams. Pass to Kolek. from downtown. And here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Kolek. Back to George. Over LeVert. The Cavaliers pull it in, coming off a win against the Blazers.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Now here's Mobley. He has 6. Drops in the 3. Niang's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And San Francisco calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Mitchell's checked in for Cleveland. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Laravia. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Mobley. Fades. LeVert with a rebound. LeVert's got 4 rebounds now. Mitchell on the run. Picked his pocket. Here's Ellis. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. And here comes Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. It's deflected, and that'll be Cleveland's ball as it goes out of bounds. Cavs keep possession here. Niang, the pass to Mobley. Knocks it loose. And they're on the run. Here's Ellis. And he lays it in on the break. Ellis has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's Mitchell. 10 points for him.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
To the middle. And he dunks it down.
Tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
Cavaliers trail by 18. Pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. Looking now at some numbers for Jared Allen.
Through the last 10 games, we've seen his rebounding numbers start to slide. He's not being as aggressive on the glass. Not like he was earlier on in the season. He needs to get that fire back.
Wade, he's checked in for Mobley. Now here's Alvarado. No made baskets yet. Pass to Chamberlain. Deflects the pass. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Mitchell. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Chamberlain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Niang with a double team. Here's Ellis. And they'll get another chance. Alvarado outside. Here's Chamberlain. Fade away. And he gets the bucket. Chamberlain's got 9 points in the quarter.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the first half. Niang, the pass to Mitchell. hits a three-pointer. Mitchell's got 13.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Chamberlain. And that one is hammered home.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's LeVert. San Francisco making their last shot. On the wing, Wade for three. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Ellis. And he makes it. Give him 8 points now.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. The three ball. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Jared Allen, he's checked in for the Cavs. Mobley comes in for Niang. This Cavs squad is struggling. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Left side, Garland. It's tipped.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Back to Mitchell. The three. Can't hit that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so it's San Francisco up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard, also in the rebounding column. They're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Yep, secure those boards, good things happen. Scientifically proven.
And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story.
Their defense just got a lot better. Capella's an elite rim protector. He rebounds, he runs the floor. His value goes beyond the box score.
Yeah, I like what he brings to this lineup.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. That'll be the last leg of a 6-game road trip for the club. We've got Paul George, and it's Ellis in at the 2. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's LeVert in at the 3 slot. Here's Chamberlain. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 7 rebounds in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. George against LeVert. George passes to Chamberlain. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third. Garland for three. On target from range. Garland's got his third bucket of the night.
And Garland is an effective shooter, capable of shooting 40% on threes for an entire season.
Pass to Chamberlain. Lets a floater go. Count the basket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Allen. 5 points in the game. Garland, the pass to Allen. Off target with the three.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Alvarado outside. Here's Chamberlain. Allen defending. Shoots a fadeaway. The rebound by Allen.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Takes a step back. Here's Mitchell. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Both free throws good for Mitchell.
On the very short list of franchise-level guards, Donovan Mitchell can take over a game with his scoring ability.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Back to Alvarado. To the left wing. Clock at 4. Here's Chamberlain. Releases from the wing and drills it. Chamberlain's got 4 points in the quarter.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now here's LeVert. Still without a bucket. Allen, the pass to Mobley. From the arc. They get the rebound. Down low. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Alvarado, the pass to Chamberlain. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Allen. On the wing, Mitchell. He's got 15. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Tremendous effort from Allen, one of the top offensive rebounders in the game.
San Francisco leading by 20. And San Francisco calls time here. Here we are in the middle of the season. Let's see where the Western Conference standings sit. You look at the Warriors, they are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in.
Well, I think for the Warriors, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night. Boy, Karis LeVert reads defenders very well. This guy is an instinctive offensive player.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
He does not get the second one.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
And here comes Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Garland. It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Garland. From deep. Drains the triple. Garland's got 11 points.
Rise and fire. I just love how assertive Garland is on offense.
Thompson outside. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 5 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Garland. 11 points in the game. Allen outside. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Mitchell's shot is good.
Nice, confident stroke from Mitchell, setting an example for his guys.
Ball against Garland. Ball passes to Thompson. Back to Ball. Pass to Thompson. Lets it fly. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Ball. On the wing, Thompson. He's checked by LeVert. Pass to Mobo. Back to Thompson. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Strus is checked in. Here's Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside. San Francisco with the ball. Now Ball. Pass to Thompson. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Strus. Just 5 to shoot. Left side, Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Mobley. Mitchell with the ball. Caldwell Pope covering. Garland with the ball. Puts up a 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Garland's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Thompson outside. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Thompson's got 16 points now.
Well, we know Thompson always wired to score, but right now it even seems to be coming easier for him.
Pass to Mobley. Now Allen, outside Garland. 4 on the clock. Elbow shot on the way. Rebound San Francisco.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Ball outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Well, it's a must to avoid fouling ball. I mean, he's excellent at taking it to the defense and drawing the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And some changes here for San Francisco. George comes in for Klay Thompson, and Hield is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Cavaliers trail by 14. Outside Mitchell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Steven Adams.
Going beyond mere stats, Mitchell breathes life into this offense. His energy lifts everyone around him.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Adams. No points so far. And the basket by Hield.
Quite simply, one of the best three-point shooters in this game. That's Buddy Hield.
Outside Strus. Back to Garland. Allen with a screen on ball. Here's Garland. Rebound San Francisco. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Here's George. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Max Strus picks one up. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Niang, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Darius Garland. That's good from George.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And San Francisco calls time here. And right here, an intimidating group. The leaders in blocked shots over the past month. Number 5 is Evan Mobley.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
And here's a look at what's coming up for San Francisco. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
The way they've been conducting themselves lately, I think they'll have no trouble maintaining their current momentum. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, and the wins will follow.
And no luck that time either.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Pass to Niang. Mobley outside from behind the arc. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's. Now here's Ball.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the third quarter. Here's Chamberlain. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Jerome. Tipped away. Mobley. Niang outside. Fires from deep. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his 3rd foul so far.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Okoro is checked in for Mitchell. San Francisco leading by 14. Pass to Chamberlain.
Number 35, Isaac Okoro.
A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Chamberlain's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size, just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
Here's Jerome. No points yet. Mobley passes to Strus. Niang outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mobley. Chamberlain pulls it in. San Francisco has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Ball surveys the floor. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside heel. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Mobley. Fades and shoots. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And Cleveland making a change here. LeVert's checked in.
Number 3, Karis LeVert.
29 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Strus. Here's Jerome. Just 5 on the clock. Have the space there, but it's offline.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And so it's San Francisco in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Ball is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Paul George, and it's Mobo in at the 4-man position. Now here's George. Here's Chamberlain, and the layup is good off the glass. Chamberlain's got 35.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
LeVert goes against George. Here's Garland, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
A tale of 2 halves. After a slow start, he's turning his offense around.
And here's Ball. There's the drive. No luck on that one. Cavaliers trail by 16. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. And there's the screen. Back to Wade. Launches it. Rebound San Francisco. Here's Chamberlain. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Now here's LeVert. Got a piece of it. Mobo with the rebound. San Francisco leading by 18. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The shot by LeVert, no good.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
George outside. Outside heel. Back to George. To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Cavaliers trail by 20. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
The three is up. Wade misses.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Heel. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Chamberlain. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for San Francisco, Wilt Chamberlain. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half. And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Both shots good from the strike. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Garland. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Paul George.
Getting to the line more since his career has gone on. Garland, a deployable free throw shooter.
Shooting for Cleveland, Darius Garland.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Kolek. It's George on the wing. And the jam by George.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
Cavaliers trail by 21. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Niang a screen. Here's LeVert. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Ellis. Here's Mobo. Clock at 6. Here's Kolek. 3-pointer. Here's Chamberlain. Fires the 3. And another shot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. All right, Grant, you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, B.A., it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
And that one misses. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jerome. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Second team foul. At the line for the Cavaliers, Ty Jerome.
San Francisco leading by 20. Here's Kolek. Lets the 3 fly. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavaliers. Cavaliers trail by 20. Mitchell with the ball. He got a piece of it. LeVert goes against George. Pass to Kolek. From the high post, he drills it.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated. Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here's Mitchell. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, and I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any employee to be able to go where they feel they can best
optimize their individual and team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly. And I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact that players have that option and that freedom.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Pass to Allen. They double team Allen. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a rejump.
Back to Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Allen a screen. From deep, Mobley. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Kolek. Pass to George. Inside. Here's Chamberlain. Allen defending. Well, granted, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
That free throw misses.
Good physicality from him in the second half, earning more trips to the line.
A different look for Cleveland. Strus comes in for LeVert. And Darius Garland subbed in for Jerome. And he's good on the second. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
How about the hops for a guy that long? Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's George. Pass to Chamberlain. Over Allen. And once again, off the mark by San Francisco.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And here's Mobley. Allen, right side. And there's the lob. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Ellis. Here's Chamberlain. Allen defending. Here's Chamberlain. Yet another bucket.
You know, his relentless approach at the offensive end, it's extraordinary.
Right now, he is honing in on 4th place for the most points in NBA history.
And you think about the guy he's chasing, Kobe Bryant. Really, they have the same mentality, the same killer instinct, and now they're in the same conversation.
San Francisco with the ball. After the Cavs picked up a basket a moment ago. Here's Chamberlain. Allen defending. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Outside Mitchell. Back to Garland. Outside Mitchell. Allen with a screen on George. Here's Mitchell. Rebound San Francisco. It's George on the wing. Covered by Strus. A blocking foul is called as the shot goes down.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing.
Now here's Garland. Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Over his career, Mitchell has developed his playmaking for others, a great skill to have.
George outside. Here's Chamberlain. Fader on the way. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Back to Garland. Here's Allen. Chamberlain pulls it in. San Francisco leading by 18. Here's Kolek.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
14 feet away. Mobley grabs the board. The Warriors shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Mobley outside. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And, you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Here's Chamberlain. The fader. Mobley grabs the board.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around. But clearly, I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
Here's Mitchell. San Francisco making their last shot. Rebound San Francisco. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. To the inside. Here's Chamberlain. LeVert with a rebound. And it's Cleveland's ball. Trailing by 19. And Mobley throws it down.
And that's easy pickings right there. Leave someone that wide open, and Mitchell's not going to miss them.
Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Ellis. George passes to Chamberlain. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. And he drops the first. on the second, so he makes them both. And so San Francisco takes the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this one up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And now our player of the game.